So let me introduce you, Victoria and Larry, our happy parents who recently just met their newborn, precious Matilda. Please tell us about your daughter and the name you chose for her.
Larry brought up the idea. You just want to see how you chose her name?
Well, I had family with the last name, with the name Matilda. So I just
And then he brought it up with me, and then I saw the book Matilda and the movie, and that little girl loves reading books, and she's so strong, such a strong type of character that I would like her to start off in the world becoming a very strong girl.
Great.
And in German, it means what is it? Ready for battle.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and she's born in Ukraine where there's a war happening. So, hopefully, with the name and this experience, it'll make her stronger and ready for anything that comes her way.
That's great. And what made you choose Delivering Dreams than other agency?
So I had seen Susan on the news with a news person interviewing her. Prior to that, I was researching different surrogacy agencies, and then I just happened to see her do an interview on YouTube on the news, and I wasn't sure if I was going to choose Delivering Dreams yet, but I called around and I went on the internet and I requested information. The other places took a long time to reply back, and their website was not user-friendly for English speaking. Like they'll have contact person, and so I will type in English, and it takes forever for someone to get back. When I contacted Susan's website and called, she was right on top of it right away.
So you received the response right away without any delays.
Yeah, and on the website, there was a lot of information, because we have so many questions. So she kind of predicted the questions. And I think that first impression was not just a first impression. It reflected throughout the whole process. And you continued that too. It's like you think about the questions even before I think about the questions.
Yeah.
And so there's answers already to questions that I will have later. You already predicted the questions I have. So I think I made the best decision now that we're at this point.
So in this way, you can compare other agencies with Delivering Dreams, right?
Mm-hmm. The other agencies, they didn't reply back on time. It took forever. And I was thinking, if it takes them forever in the beginning, what's going to be their service? How is their service going to be like later?
Yeah, it's a very important thing, I guess.
And I also remember seeing an article on Delivering Dreams when the war started, and Susan got the surrogates quickly, made decisions to move the surrogates, and also to help other surrogates that are not even in her own agency.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just thought,
Yeah, we were very proactive and we moved our surrogates to the western part of Ukraine, even like a couple of weeks before the war started.
Yes.
Everyone told us that you are crazy, what I do, nothing would happen, and so on. And once it happened,
yes,
they understood that it was a wise decision to move surrogates, first of all, to the western part of Ukraine, and then after the 24th of February to Poland.
Yes, and so I like that it was quick, that there's a concern for the surrogacies, concern for the intended parents. And then also, to be honest with you, Yvonne, there was a bigger surrogacy agency in Ukraine that has a lot of customers, but they also had some bad reviews.
Yeah.
And that kind of scared me away. And some of the surrogates made comments that they were treated like, just a business, like a number. And throughout this experience, yes, we want a child, but what makes me feel so happy is that I'm also able to help a woman during a time of war to be able to help her own family and have money to potentially buy a house or get an apartment. So the American dollar goes further. I feel like I can help somebody, in the whole process. She's helping us make our dreams come true, and we're helping her make her life a little bit easier.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And how was the communication with your surrogate during the whole process? Did you feel comfortable communicating with her? Did you have an ability to speak with her directly?
Yes, and I know I've heard that some other agencies you're not allowed to speak with the surrogate. I think it's important to be able to speak with the surrogate because even though this is a business transaction, it's involving little babies. It's involving a woman who's going to get pregnant, who we are entrusting to take care of the baby. We're not there 24 hours a day. What are you doing? It has to be a relationship based on trust, and to allow the intended parents to have a relationship with the surrogate mom so she could feel like, that we genuinely want to get to know her too. And we do, but I also, at the same time, what I like about Delivering Dreams is before we started communicating, because this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, Delivering Dreams is very good about giving a lot of information.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that email about teaching us how to interact. I mean, some people might find it insulting, but I don't. This is the first time I've ever talked to a surrogate mom, and I've never been able to be pregnant, so I don't know what kind of hormones and things like that. And so I don't feel like it's, telling you what to do. I feel like this is guidance so that it makes the relationship good for the surrogate mom and also good for us. I don't want to, say or do the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, totally agree with that. And what were the most memorable moments from your surrogacy journey? The happiest, maybe?
I think when you sent the email that she got pregnant.
Oh, yeah, in the very beginning. And then we gave a call with Susan to you.
Yeah.
I remember you were so happy at that time.
We were, since 2015, it always comes back. Negative information, negative information. Money going out, so much money going out. Bad news, bad news, bad news. So.
And after that.
Can I have a tissue? And also, there's so many ways that you have helped. And I don't want to give too many details because I want to keep it private.
Yeah, sure.
But there's so many ways that you've helped right at the beginning,
And I guess from that date you had, each day was even better than the previous one.
Mm-hmm. At first I worked, thank you. I worked a couple emails with Oksana, and she was wonderful. But then I got assigned to you. And from the beginning, you worked so hard.
Thank you so much.
And sometimes I wonder, does he have any other clients? Because he's responding to me faster than I even have time to respond back. So I'm like, and Yvonne has a wife, so I know he has a life. I'm like, does he just work 24 hours a day? But I appreciate your commitment, your passion, and sometimes I think, when is he going to get tired? Or, it gives me such a good impression because, like how you told us when we are in the hospital, the way we behave, we're ambassadors for the US, so maybe don't embarrass your country. But,
Yeah, I remember that email that rules for the maternity house. Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, I've never known any Ukrainian people, and my interaction with you, I was like, if this is the work ethic, if this is the warmth, if this is the professionalism of a Ukrainian person, unbelievable impression for Ukraine. Unbelievable. Because before the surrogacy process, we just watch on the news, another war in a country, the United States is helping, middle Gaza, another war, but you made it become so human for the Ukrainian people. And when I'm here, and I can't believe that this country, someone is invading, it makes it so much more personal because it makes me care about Ukrainian people from the way you treated us. I mean, even when we're here, she was a preemie, so I didn't have time to get ready like I wanted to because I was thinking mid-January. So I needed your help more than typically. I didn't have finished buying all the stuff. I was gonna learn a few Ukrainian words before I got here, but it was boom, 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 boom. And
It happens so fast.
yeah. And I even forgot some of my clothes to bring. But when I came, it's like, oh, Ivan, we can't find bungee cords. This is not part of your job to help us go shopping.
Oh, it was a pleasure to help and assist you.
And all the changes in paperwork that the embassy required.
It was a huge surprise for us.
And
But
every time a new problem comes up, your attitude is, how do I find a solution?
And we found a solution for everything.
Yep. And amazing.
I'm glad to know that you enjoyed the...
Even going on the train, you predicted ahead of time that I wouldn't be able to find my carriage because it's all Ukrainian words and everything. So you called me, said, even if it's 11 o'clock at night, if I have any problems, to give you a call, texted me a picture of what the train carriage looks like. All these
with arrows, where to go, where's the bathroom, where's your room.
Because, if you don't know how to speak Ukrainian, there's a lot of things you bump into where you feel like you don't know how to do anything. And not everybody knows how to speak English here. A lot of people don't know how to speak English
that's
here.
A fact.
So, thank you.
You're very welcome. And speaking about Ukraine,
yes.
Did you have any concerns regarding the war, the situation? Did you feel safe in Ukraine during your stay here?
Okay, so I've been following the news, so I'm aware of things that are going on. Sometimes the news is a little bit exaggerated, but we happened to come she was born on the 28th, so we were coming during the new year when Russia decided to rev things up. It made me a little bit nervous, but you were texting me day and night about sirens, going to the shelter, where they have shelters. So, it made it better.
So you felt safe?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that are uncertain that you can't predict.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody can say what's going to happen, right? But I think what's reflective of your work and delivering dreams is that even though you can't control things that are out of your control.
Yeah, that's right.
The things that come up that you can control, you put 100% into it.
Thank you.
And that's all that anyone can ask, right?
Yeah. And speaking about things that is not under our control,
Yeah.
you received such a wonderful gift for the new year.
Oh, yeah.
Right, a couple of days before the new year. So I guess your dreams came true.
Yes.
You're super happy, super excited. Yes, it's the best gift ever for the new year.
Yes.
And for the Christmas tree, is it possible to say?
Oh, yes. Christmas, New Year, 2024.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your stay in Lviv, in Kiev for holidays, especially when you went to the maternity house
Yes.
the first time.
The maternity house in Lviv, I talked to our surrogate. She said that the nurses and the staff are really nice, and our experience is the same. The rooms are super clean. They come in, they clean every day, dusting, mopping, everything.
Did you feel comfortable with during communication with the medical staff? Did you have enough help there?
I liked it when the translator nurse was on the floor.
English speaking nurse?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was good.
And I also remember that unique situation about the donor search. We remember that it was a huge problem for you to find the suitable donor. You wanted only the donor you provided us with,
Yes.
and we just told you, okay, we will try to find, we will do our the best, and we just did something unbelievable. It took like 1.5 months.
Yeah.
And I gave a call to you or emailed you and just said, hurrah, we found her.
Yes.
It was unbelievable, just some kind of magic, I don't know.
That was magic.
Yeah, because she was in extremely high demand.
Yeah.
And it was her last donation.
You know how picky I was? Remember the first donor?
Yeah.
I said, no. And I wanted to have a meeting to kind of explain what I was looking for. I didn't think that it was going to happen. To be honest with you, I didn't think so. That's why I said, I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember because you sent us a picture and you told us, I want this donor or someone similar like this one. We said, okay, what about this donor, this? No, I want like her. And we found exactly that woman.
Yes.
And it was her last donation, so
yes.
Just miracle.
Miracle, magic, whatever you want to call it.
That's right. Would you recommend someone wanting to do surrogacy to work with the living dreams?
Yes, I do. Because of the amazing customer service, because of the experience about challenges that may come up. If you have everything that's easy, if you know how to speak Ukrainian, if you're having surrogacy in a country that's not at war, if you have a baby that's born on the exact day that you're going to predict, if everything is just perfect, then maybe you don't need delivering dreams. But as in life, nothing is ever predictable or perfect. And if some challenge comes up, you want a team that cares about you, that's committed, that works hard, and is consistently good, not just a few times, but consistently from the beginning to end.
Like holding your hand, going to each appointment with the surrogate, you always received any updates for the current situation of the surrogate. Like you were in the hospital, in the clinic, in the room during the appointment.
Yes, and I do also like that when the surrogate had a low-lying placenta and there's a potential that the precaution for her to move closer to the hospital, it ended up that she was okay. But I like the fact that Delivering Dreams is upfront and honest that she's high risk now. Because some agencies, they might make everything sound perfect
Yeah,
when it's not. So I like the honesty.
we didn't hide anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some agencies, it would be very tempting to hide because, they don't want to upset the intended parents. So I want to know. I want to know the good, the bad, and then, okay, here's the news. What should we do as best as we can?
What to expect? You just wanted to know the truth.
Yes. Good or bad. And then from there, how do you suggest that we move forward based on the news?
Yeah. That's how we work.
Yeah.
And what can you share with other couples who want to start their surrogacy journey with Delivering Dreams or with any other agency who are thinking about starting surrogacy in Ukraine, who have concerns about the situation in Ukraine regarding the war, regarding the conflict? What would you suggest, advise, or share?
So I haven't worked with other agencies, but the reason why I would suggest Delivering Dreams, especially for United States and an American, is that Susan understands how it is in the United States. Like, for example, simple thing as shipping biological material. She understands that in some states it's more conservative in the United States, and others it's more liberal. And so we have to be careful about the way we talk to the American agencies about shipping, little details like that. And so far, she has hired really good people. So
That's true.
And to be able to get really good people, I'm sure she's very selective. I'm sure she doesn't hire just anybody.
Yeah.
Or maybe she tries to hire somebody, they don't work out, then,
She's very selective.
yes.
Yeah.
So I like the selectivity and the experience of an English-speaking person, and your English is excellent. Person who speaks English well, who can communicate very well, and has an understanding of the differences.
Thank you so much for your
You're welcome.
sincere and warm words about us, about our job, about our work.
It's a tough job. I mean, I'm not the only one you're dealing with, so I feel like how can you have time for anybody else?
It's our passion. We love what we are doing, and is it possible to say we are really delivering dreams?
Yes.
So I guess it will be fair to suggest anyone who are considering surrogacy, just reach out to us. We will help to deliver your dreams.
Yes, and some businesses or companies, they have a name that's very nice, but they don't live up to the name.
Yeah.
Right? Delivering Dreams, they live up to the name.
Reach out to us and we will deliver your dreams. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure, a big pleasure to help you and assist you during your surrogacy journey.
Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate it.